Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So happy Friday, and thanks for joining. Just trying to get everything situated with the new setup. I'm just still trying to get used to it because things move a lot faster. There's not tons of delays and weirdness. Plus, there's a lot more a better image, so it's a lot more crispy. So I got to make sure I am ready for when the video starts. But again, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit your main man up with a super chat. I see the video yesterday with ZBCN went crazy, but I'm pretty sure the video today with ZBCN went crazy. So look for that around 6 o'clock. Excuse me, been working on that already with XRP. There's a lot of stuff happening. The regulators are meeting with the Clarity Act. So far, it's coming back. There are delays. Some things happen. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll look into that as well today. Apparently, these guys don't like the bill, and there's a lot of changes. So, of course, the banks are trying to regulate the crypto market, right? They're trying to cut out rewards and stuff so that the bank won't get cut out of the process. Of course, the bank is in it to make money, so they don't want to get left behind when crypto runs. So they're trying to put in a lot of regulation to make sure crypto only goes so far, but we knew that was going to happen, right? Once the banks get involved, it's pretty much impossible to continue on and make any money because the bank's greedy hands are going to be on everything. But shout out to my main man, Silver Days. What's going on, fam? Let's go. Smash the like and subscribe. Thank you, Silver. And definitely go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Even if you don't like the content, go ahead and put your boy on anyway. But keeping it moving, let's start the screen share and see what we can see. Image is looking pretty crispy. I like it. If you like it, I love it. So this is our sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Shout out to Caleb and Brown for supporting the channel and keeping us all the way live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and super chat if you can. Trying to keep the lights on here on the BTM Crypto News Network. So moving forward, Caleb and Brown is your personal brokerage. They do give you 24/7 support with an actual person, a real human. So if you have questions, they can get your questions answered and get back to you. And they give you a personal broker, so you talk to the same person most of the time. So you get a one-on-one conversation with your broker. So you don't have to start over explaining everything. The broker gets to know you and can help you in your crypto journey. So if you're looking to get into crypto and not sure where to start, or if you're new and you don't want to deal with wallets and what is that? Key phrases and passwords, they can help you by self-custodying the crypto, which means the crypto you have, they'll hold for you. You don't have to have a lot of questions or a lot of uncertainty. They will help you understand what's going on and keep you up to date with your crypto, and also keep an eye on things so it doesn't quite get crazy or get out of control. But let me know what you guys think as well. Moving forward, we'll start with the bubbles. And of course, I haven't got all the bubbles back updated yet. I'm still setting up everything. So Dash is up 8.5%, Quant up 2.2%, Ingest is up 3.5%, Qual Network's up 2.5%. Solana is up 2.5 on a day, 0.6 on the hour, 6.6 on the week, 17.9 for the month, and down 29.5 on the year at $145 even. That's weird. How's it right now? That's weird. But yeah, so Solana still has a nice little ways to go if you're thinking about getting in Solana. Safe is up 11.5. Venus is up 0.5. World assets is up 17.6. Alchemy pays up 4.6. Near protocols up 1.1. Bear is up 1.6. Covex financials up 2.6. ZK is up 4.1. Ethereum Classic is up 1.8. Cardano's up 1.2. Pith is up 3.4. Jasmine is up 1%. Filecoin's up 0.8. XDC is up 0.4. Zcash is up 1.5. POW is up 18%. Cosmos is up 1.1. Gala is up 3.4. XCN is up 0.8. World Liberty Financial is up 1.6. Arbitron is up 0.9. Qubit is up 0.6. NXO Nano is up 0.4. XLM 0.6. Helium is up 1.8. FET is up 2.6. Ondo is up 1.9. HBAR is up 2.4. Algorand is up 2.3. SQD is up 4%. TON is up 0.9. Aerodrome Financial is up 11.4. Litecoin's up 3.3. And of course, our favorite payroll processor is up 14.7 today. Hope you picked some up yesterday before this run started. For the hours, up 1.3. For the week, it is up 8.6. For the month, it is up 34.7. For the year, it is up 278%. Let's go, ZBCN. Let's see. Where is Bitcoin? That's weird. Binance is up 0.5. Bitcoin is unchanged on the day. Up 0.3 on the hour. Up 5.5 on the week. Up 10.6 on the month. Still down 4.8 on the year. 95,425. So we're staying above the 90,000 rank, which is good. Ethereum is up 0.1 on the, down 0.2 on the day. Up 0.2 on the hour. Up 6.8 on the week. Up 16.3 on the month. And down 4.6 on the year to 3,291. Looked like it came slightly down yesterday. I think it was 3,300 and something. So it slid back down. But it's coming down for us to pick it up. Or for you to pick it up, because I ain't messing with Ethereum. XRP is up 0.1 on the day. Up 0.5 on the hour. Down 0.6 on the week. Down up 11.1 on the month, and still down 34.5. Back at the $2.07 range. So we'll look at the chart real quick. This is XRP by market cap for some weird reason. We didn't get spot. So this is the XRP spot. See if we could move this monitor just so, there we go. So for XRP, back at the 2007 cent, look like it's coming up a little bit. On the 5-minute chart, looks like the RSI is 70. Okay. RSI base moving average is 70. Actually, RSI is 67, but the RSI is pretty high on the 5-minute chart. Got some green candles here. It's coming up and down on the 5-minute. Looks like the MACD is two. So the MACD is crossing. So blue is over red. So that is bullish. 15-minute chart. Blue is over red, and we're building volume on the MAC. RSI is 65.4. RSI base moving average 55. Got a couple green candles on the 15-minute. 45-minute, couple green candles, a red candle, some pullback. The RSI is 57.4. And we're building volume a little bit on the 45-minute and the blue over the red. So it's still bullish on the 45. On the 2-hour, got a couple of green candles. Trying to see, looks like the red is above the blue. So it's bearish on the 2-hour. RSI is 48.6. On the 4-hour, got a couple green candles. RSI is 47.6. We're losing volume, and it is bearish. The red is above the blue on the 4-hour. So that's a quick update. Let's look at the XRP ETFs. ETF level is 13.26 mil won on the 24-hour for spot, 31.9 for leverage volume for the 24-hour chart. Spot bitwise ETF is down 0.41% to $23.21. Franklin Templeton is down 1.46% to $22.54. Canary Capital is 0.21% down to $22.08. Grayscale is at $40.06, down 0.89. I think that says. Market 24-hour trading volume is 1.05 million. I missed that. Bitwise is 6.9 million. Franklin Templeton is 2.8 million for 24-hour volume. Canary was 1.94 million. Rex Osprey is 436,000 for 24 hours. It is actually up 0.30% to $16.93. 21 shares is down 1%, a full 1%. That's weird. What's up with these even numbers today? $20.09. Derivative market, Turcom is up 1.12% to $11.73. 24-hour trading volume is 12.1 mil won. Why is the derivative market leverage trading volume so high? Volatility shares is up 9.1% to $6.09. 11.3 million 24-hour trading volume. Volatility, why is there two volatilities? Volatility shares, XRP is 5.6 million 24-hour trading volume. It's up 0.76% to $11.93. Pro shares is $11.15, up 7.2%. 2.4 mil won 24-hour trading volume. Amplify is up 0.68% to $23.32. 269,000 in 24-hour trading volume. So I guess from here, check out CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap shows the crypto market cap at $3 or 3.21 trillion, down 1.63%. CoinMarketCap 20 is $200.93, down 0.79%. Fear and greed index is right in the middle, 50 all the way right, point center between fear and greed. So it's at neutral. Bitcoin dominance is still high at 21. Looks like it's pushing up. I think it was at 20 yesterday. So it's pushing a little over to altcoins. Average CSI for crypto is 45.5. So it's almost dead center as well between oversold and overbought. So XRP is up 0.16 in the 24-hour period. Market cap is 126 billion, up 0.16. 24-hour trading volume is 2.34 billion, down 24.92%. You can see it looks like there's a slight push up despite a slight decline in momentum. XRP continues showing resilience according to the Fibs AI-driven prediction. Expected to climb 2.75%, reaching $2.12 by the end of January. Price points to consider. Price currently at 206. AI predicts a modest increase. Prediction range from the $2.05 on the chat to $2.15 on Claudette Summit. And Gemini saying $2.50 flash. Support remains near the $2.10. Senate delay on crypto legislation adds to uncertainty. And since we're talking about that, this is Oscar, and he's talking about the crypto uncertainty.
Right. So it's good. We have Brad obviously speaking and saying, hey, something is better than nothing, which I agree. But we also do need that something to be really, really good. And it's not perfect, like he just said, right? So this is Brian Armstrong, guys. Check this out. Crypto deal collapses before vote.
Well, I think the high-level principle here is that we can't really have banks come in and try to kill their competition at the expense of the American consumer, right? People in America should be able to earn more money on their money. I think stablecoins are an opportunity for banks. They should be able to build great product lines with this. It's an opportunity for crypto companies. Congress and the laws that get passed, they should really create a level playing field and say, this is allowed, this is not allowed. Now, all American companies, go compete, try to build the best products and services. That's great. What's not great is if the banks can put their thumb on the scale to try to kill some of their competition, and they only pay about, 14 basis points on the average savings account. Consumers should be able to earn 3.8% on their stablecoin rewards. And so we're going to keep fighting for our customers' rights and the 52 million Americans who use crypto every day.
I mean, what would you say to the argument that banks have put forward that because of the role they play in the economy, the loans that they make, if they do wind up seeing billions of dollars, as some have estimated would happen going from banks to stablecoin, they say that could have a big impact on the economy. What's your response to that?
Yeah, well, banks don't have a monopoly on lending money. Actually, crypto is doing quite well in this area as well. And crypto is a technology to update all parts of the financial system, whether it's lending, capital formation, et cetera. So I think banks do play an important role in the economy and making these loans. Crypto should be allowed to do similar types of activity. We're not engaged in fractional reserve lending. That's an important point, by the way, because the bank license, what that really allows you to do is fractional reserve. The banks don't have all of your money there. That's why there's so much oversight and you can have these runs on the bank. Stablecoins have 100% reserve, right? And they're all the assets now post-Genius are held in this short-term US treasuries. So in my view, it's actually a safer place to store your money, and crypto companies should be allowed to compete and offer loans just like banks.
Yeah, banks are saying.
So as you mentioned, crypto seems to be safer to put your money in. But the thing is, the banks have these big lobbyists, right? They have these people that are pro-bank, and they are going to throw their weight around. So it would be pretty hard for the crypto market to overpower the banks, right? We thought that they would be able to get in and move around. But like we're seeing, it's kind of hard for the market to outmaneuver the banks. The banks have been in this business for a while. And it is hard for the crypto market to move forward. I think that's why we have been getting so much pushback and so much regulation involving the crypto community, because the banks are trying to take control as usual, which doesn't leave the crypto community much room to do anything. So this is Brad's talking about, actually this is Crypto Sensei, but we're talking to Brad about the banking situation. I guess they had meetings today trying to get the crypto legislation passed for the Clarity Act, and the bank is throwing their weight around as usual. So let's see what Brad has to say. What up, Turpin Nupro? Norpro? Turpo Norpro? Hi-ho Silver. Anyway, but let's see what the bank has to say real quick.
Always better than chaos, and the industry needs clarity. Perfection, I think, in my experience, is the market structure bill that's pending in the banking committee. Is it perfect? No, certainly not. But is it better than nothing? Absolutely. And I think we need to continue to work constructively with Washington to get and continue to iterate what is already sitting in front of the banking committee to make it better. But we shouldn't give up now. We are so close.
We shouldn't give up now. We are so close. We understand that the current version of the Clarity Act is a non-starter with the crypto industry. The way that it is laid out right now, it specifically gives banks the benefit, and it does reduce banking competition to just the incumbents, which is the large financial institutions. You've seen the JP Morgan call that I played the other day, where they're worried about stablecoin yield. You know, when Uphold and Coinbase can pay 3.25% on stablecoins, and banks give you 0.1%, that is what banks are worried about. They're worried about deposits leaving the system. And they say if enough deposits leave the system and go to this new, banking industry, let's say, that banks will not be able to loan, and it will kill a lot of mid-sized to lower tier banks. That's probably some truth there, but I think banks still need to allow new innovation to flourish. This is America. We should let the best technology and best opportunity for retail thrive here. And it sounds like banks need to offer their clients more if they want to keep them. So hopefully we'll get innovators like Brad Garlinghouse when he gets back to the States. Hopefully he can head
So yeah, as we see, what up, man? I'm saying hello to your mod, Silver Days. He's the homie. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Shout out to Silver Days. But yes, it's kind of weird that the bank is now throwing their weight around, which we knew they would, right? You can never go too far with the bank, because the banks will jump back as they did here and trying to take control, right? The banks don't want to get cut out of the crypto market, right? The banks are always looking to be in control and to keep you from losing or making too much money, right? Can't let the bank run, because the bank will try to run over and take control of everything. But we'll see. Let's go over to X, and then we'll come back to a couple of videos running behind today. So it's going to be a shorter while. GBC ends up 15%. Let's go. This is article RLUSD hits record high amidst Ripple's institutional path. Is this the article I have up? What the? No. Just making sure we got the right article here. What is this? Okay, and it's not the right article either, but this guy over here. See, can we open this guy? moving forward, XRP may be entering the super cycle according to super trend indicators suggesting potential significant market movement ahead. Stay informed on the latest trends. Read more at DeFi Adad for following crypto news. Triple tariff. Yo, they want to earn our yield. They don't want to level the playing field. You are 100% right. They want us paying them their yields and don't want to give it back to us in crypto. So we have to keep the bank, right? They're not trying to cut out of their moneymaker, which is yields on crypto and everything else. So XRP is in a super cycle. Super trend suggests another story. Talks of XRP super cycle has emerged recently, but the cryptocurrency weekly super trend has formed a sales signal instead. XRP super trend has formed a sales signal in the new X post. Oh, wow. That was actually nothing, right? Just the whole thing. And then even show you the post. Not going to those guys anymore. XRLUSD hits record high amidst Ripple's institutional push. RLUSD, Ripple's dollar-backed stable coin, has climbed to a record market capitalization above 1.38 billion as institutional integrations accelerate. The move reflects a strategic push into regulated liquidity rails and broker networks that has broadened RLUSD use for settlement and token funds, while XRP on-chain activity remains subdued. RLUSD ascends is tied to a string of enterprise-focused deals and regulatory clearances. A $150 million investment linking RLUSD into LMAX. We talked about that yesterday. Groups trading infrastructure position the stablecoin as usable collateral across a major institutional engine, improving cross-asset merging efficiency and liquidity. Market participants also noted integrations with the tokenized platform and mainstream brokers that expanded RLUSD off-ramps and funding use cases. These corporate and compliance moves were paired with multiple jurisdiction approvals and custody arrangements, steps that institutional treasuries prize for operation and legal clarity. Despite broader Ripple ecosystem expansion, XRP's network matrix lagged behind the stablecoin's institutional momentum. Data in the same reporting indicated that nearly 76% of the RLUSD supply resides on Ethereum. What? Unlocking DeFi liquidity, but limiting direct usage that would generate transactional-based burns on the XRP ledger. Why is 70% on Ethereum? That's weird. At the same time, XRP showed declining decentralized exchange volume and historically low exchange reserves, signals of a weak network activity, even as institutional products directed capital into the ecosystems. Analysis cited the difference in the product role, institutionals prioritizing a fiat-pegged, low-volatility instrument for settlement and treasury operations. XRP has a volatile bridge asset, plays as a second role in those strategies despite inflows into XRP exchange traded funds and recent regulatory clarity around the Ripple's legal position. Institutions integrations power the RLUSD rally. For traders in crypto treasuries, the divergence matter. Operationally, RLUSD offers predictable settlement mechanisms and custody footprints that can reduce balance sheets volatility and tokenize funds, operations, and broker integrations. That predictability has a direct effect on trading desk and RWA tokenization flows where margin and funding stability matters. Controversy, XRP's weaker on-chain usage raises an execution and liquidity risk. If the institution expected the token to serve as the principal settlement leg, Treasury teams should weigh counterparties and network liquidity when allocating settlement balances. The trading desk must monitor the DEX flows and exchange reserves for sudden changes in slippage and funding cost. Investor and market operators will watch whether continued broker and platform integrations keep institutional demand concentrated in the RLUSD and whether XRP's network activity rebounds enough to justify a larger role in settlement use cases. Wow, that was a mouthful. I didn't know that. Interesting. Keeping it moving. So this is XRP is in everything yet floating around $2. Is it going to go up? It's going to go up, period. More bullish news. Just in, Interactive Brokers plan to roll out Ripple and PayPal stablecoin next week. That would be perfect timing. Wow, 2025 XRP became South Korea's most traded crypto. Upbit recorded over 1 trillion in trades for XRP. So why is this not affecting the price? This don't make any sense. Just waiting for this article to come up. It's taking sweet time. XRP crowns South Korea's most traded crypto. In 2026, XRP became South Korea's most traded crypto, surpassing Bitcoin and Ethereum, indicating high retail adoption. Upbit recorded Where are we? Upbit recorded over $1 trillion in trades for XRP, with daily volume exceeding 95 million, demonstrating strong liquidity and real-world utility. This performance highlights the market's relevance is driven by constant engagement and practical use cases rather than speculation. According to renowned market analyst, ex-financial bull, XRP dominated South Korea's crypto market in 2025, surpassing Bitcoin and Ethereum. Beyond price hype, the real story is trading activity, volume, liquidity, and usage. XRP KRW led South Korea's markets for most of the 2025, with Upbuild alone processing a trillion in trades. This isn't market noise. It's clear sign of adoption, engagement, and XRP domination in major crypto ecosystems. As it matters, South Korea's retail-driven crypto market is real-world tests for demand, where traders prioritize utilities, liquidity, and adoption over hype. XRP's dominance reflects a protagonist. It's real world use cases for remittance on chain liquidity drive consistent trading activity. High usage fuels liquidity, which in turn attracts both retail and institutional capital. XRP standing in South Korea's iterations, this illustrates this dynamic. Steady adoption and deep liquidity make it a preferred trading asset with price following fundamentals rather than speculation. Upbuild alone, XRP recently recorded daily trading volumes exceeding 95 million, underscoring its ongoing authority in the market. Jump down to conclusion. In 2025, dominance in South Korea proves a core crypto principle. Real-world uses and deep liquidity drives lasting market relevance. Beyond point or price highlights consistent adoption, trading volume, and capital flows define an asset's true strength. In South Korea's discerning market, XRP shows that relevance creates price, not vice versa. The vice versa. So back over to X. This is XRP news today. Let's see what's going on here.
That has been purchased. The last hour. At this point in time, we have approximately 40% of all of the remaining supply that has been purchased. So, more than likely, this is going to indicate that supply shock is potentially incoming tonight, tomorrow, Monday, who knows when. I do feel as if, though, this is probably the last XRP that retail is going to be able to purchase. Now, obviously, they're gonna increase the price, and then they're gonna hope all of us sell. Me personally, I'm not gonna do that. Not financial advice. That's just not something I'm going to do because I know what I hold. So it is up to you guys. Now you know what I know. But yeah, in the past hour, it's starting to get pretty spicy. So keep an eye out. Once it hits $2.45, though, be prepared. Okay. The last hour. At this point in time, we have approximately 40% of all of the remaining supply that has been purchased.
Wow, the volume on that's crazy low. We're gonna keep it moving. This is XRP could explode as XRPL targets weak links and long trapped liquidity, markets, and prices. Bitcoin news. Keeping it moving. XRP news. Ripple says RLUSD volumes could move from Ethereum to XRP Ledger. And that's weird because it just said that 75% is on Ethereum, which is weird, but it would definitely help to move back to the XRPL. Ripple says trading and payment activity for its US dollar stablecoin RLUSD is likely to move increasingly towards the XRP ledger over time as institutions look for faster and cheaper blockchain rails. Speaking in a recent interview, Ripple's executive Reese Maverick said that most RLUSD activity currently sits on Ethereum, but the balance could change as users see the benefits of the XRP ledger. RLUSD adoption grows under Middle East regulation. Ripple says demand for RLUSD accelerated after the company secured regulatory approvals in the Middle East. Earlier this year, Ripple received approval from the Abu Dhabi global market regulations to use RLUSD as recognized U.S. dollar-backed stablecoin within its licensed zone. Similar approval was also granted to Dubai's financial regulator. Ripple says it has now processed more than 90 billion in payments globally and released RLUSD in late 2025 after clients asked for the stablecoin-based US dollar payouts. The stablecoin market value currently stands at around 1.3 billion. These approvals give institutions confidence that they can use stablecoins from this region with regulatory clarity, he said. Majority of RLUSD is still on Ethereum for now. Ripple says over 70% of the global stablecoin activity currently sits on Ethereum, which is why RLUSD launched on both Ethereum and the XRP ledger. At present, roughly 30% to 35% of the RLUSD supply sits on the XRP ledger, with the remainder on Ethereum. Ripple expects that share to grow. Users may begin to shift activity as the recognized transaction on XRP ledgers settle in seconds and cost a fraction of a cent. Over time, we expect a lot of volume to move over and eventually ellipse what sits on Ethereum. So sounds good. Let's go back to X. XRPL set to get first prediction markets, challenging Poly Market and Kasi. The platform will notably provide additional utility for XRP and Ripple, RLUSD stablecoin, which users will use to trade on these prediction markets. RLUSD soaring while XRP gets left behind. Uncover the impacts. And this is banks are freaking out over stablecoin yields. Paul Barron translates the JP Morgan earnings call with Matt Hughes of Bitwise. Let's see what Paul has to say.
We had some fun with it. I've got to play the JP Morgan earnings call for you. We had some fun with it in trying to translate, because as you know, these earnings calls, they're complicated in understanding what they're really saying. So I want to play this clip for you, and then I'll get your opinion. Take a look.
Our first question comes from the line of Glenn Schorr with Evercore.
So I want to ask on the stablecoin issue, talking about the immediacy of the issue and whether or not they can close the loophole on interest on stablecoin, and then how big of a deal for the banking system if they're not successful. Thanks.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Glenn. We have an agreement with Coinbase, and it's going to be possible to buy crypto up in the CCB ecosystem too. So we're engaged, we're watching, we care.
I would just add one quick thing. Yeah. That letter was signed by the ABA, the FSF, the ICBA. It was all banks. It wasn't a handful of banks.
Okay. I didn't actually know that, so helpful. The creation of a parallel banking system that pays interest is an obviously dangerous and undesirable thing. And so that is the core of our advocacy. In the end, all of our thinking around this from a customer perspective is organized around the question of what actual benefit does the consumer get. We always embrace competition, so this is not about saying that we don't want to compete.
All right, you haven't had Jamie Dimon jump in on that when that was kind of challenged. I mean, he wasn't presenting, but he leaped in there saying, hey, no, it's not just us, it's the rest of the world, even though we're the ones making most of the profit. They even dropped the note on Coinbase that they're doing a deal with Coinbase on the backside. So I don't understand what's going on here, Matt. Please make this make sense to me.
Look, I think your translation did a pretty good job of making it make sense.
Got to play the.
So that was the information from Paul Burrow. And I guess we'll wrap it up. We'll look at a couple of videos real quick. Let me see. Let's see what Working Money Channel has to say.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So to integrate RLUSD collateral across its institutional trading infrastructure, enabling clients to benefit from cross-collateralized trading and margin efficiencies in spot crypto. So a brand new update here, integrating the RLUSD with LMAX. And for those of you guys who do not know what LMAX is, LMAX Group is a global financial technology company that operates institutional execution venues for foreign exchange. So note here, institutional. So they do FX, they do digital asset trading as well. It provides a transparent, no last look marketplace for a range of financial institutions, including banks, hedge funds, asset managers, and brokerages. And I have a feeling, don't quote me on this, but I have a feeling that the last look here that they mention is, when you put out a trade, and the numbers are changing in real time, but the trade might take a little longer to execute. The company will give you several options to make sure that that is the quote you want. And the last look is, okay, this is the last one you're getting, so here it is, take it or leave it. But this, because it's instant, we don't have to rely on the last look concept. Key activities and offerings. So LMAX Group operates its own ultra-low latency exchange infrastructure with matching engines located in key financial centers globally. They provide access to deep institutional liquidity. So again, very important for over 100 instruments, including FX, metals, commodities, indices, and cryptocurrencies. And of course, that's where Ripple's going to come in. The company emphasizes a transparent, regulated trading environment using a central limit order book. So guys, now LMAX integrating the RLUSD, of course, an institutional grade stablecoin, the leading global market asset marketplace for assets and all those other things. And Ripple, a financial technology company, did announce their strategic partnership to accelerate the fusion of traditional and digital capital markets. So as part of this multi-year collaboration, LMAX is going to integrate the RLUSD as core collateral, and they're doing this across their institutional trading infrastructure, enabling LMAX's global customer base, including top-tier banks, brokers, and buy-side institutions, to leverage the RLUSD for enhanced cross-collateralization and margin efficiencies across spot crypto, perpetual futures, and CFD trading. So that was a mouthful, but I think it was worth it. Big news there, guys, for the RLUSD, going to be used in a more institutionalized setting when it comes to cross-collateralization and margin efficiencies with LMAX Group in all those different options. As part of the collaboration, Ripple will provide $150 million in financial support, okay, for LMAX's long-term cross-asset growth strategy. So they are paying to have RLUSD here as part of their strategy. This arrangement underscores the shared vision between both companies. They obviously want to create an ecosystem that allows for frictionless settlement and value movement. Partnering with a leader like Ripple is a milestone for LMAX, reflecting confidence and momentum in our cross-asset growth strategy. With the benefits of the greater US and global regulatory clarity, fiat-backed stablecoins will be a key catalyst in driving the convergence of TradFi and digital assets. And we firmly believe that the RLUSD is positioned at the forefront. So that coming from David Mercer, Chief Executive Officer of LMAX. So guys, what is this going to provide? Enhanced liquidity. So RLUSD will serve as collateral and as a settlement currency for spot crypto trading and fiat crosses. Margin efficiency, so clients can utilize the RLUSD as margin funding for perpetual futures and CFD trading. Secure custody, of course, the RLUSD holdings will be accessible via LMAX custody, utilizing segregated wallets to ensure fungibility and transferability across TradFi and digital assets. Institutional on-ramps. So that's another interesting application here. It needs to be big enough so that institutions can on-ramp loads of money, millions, I don't know, billions of dollars. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll happen in time. But LMAX kiosks will enable institutional on-ramps, allowing clients to trade multiple FX and digital products using the RLUSD collateral, and 24/7 cross-asset market access. So, of course, this is 24/7. A few more quotes here. Okay, I guess from Jack McDonald from Ripple. He said institutions are increasingly recognizing the transformative potential of blockchain, and now, guys, they're modernizing. LMAX has long been a leader in providing the transparent, regulated infrastructure that institutional players require. This partnership will accelerate the utilization of the RLUSD, already a top 5 backed stablecoin. So RLUSD, guys, getting a lot more traction. We just bring up the stable coins. Stablecoin, let's bring up that category there. Stablecoins on CoinMarketCap, and just going to bring up the list here. RLUSD still making waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 8 with a market cap of about $1.3 billion. But guys, again, we are likely going to see this number accelerate. No, that was the, what did I click on there? I clicked on the market cap. Yeah, market cap. Is that what I needed to look at? Market cap, markets, that's price, market cap. That's what I wanted there to show you guys just how much this has grown in just over a year. So we are likely going to see another explosion once we do see this stablecoin grow. And once it is in a situation where we're going to see more volume, more liquidity, this is just going to bolster the RLUSD's bottom line. This is far bigger than any simple strategic investment, says Pompeius here. Ripple's $150 million investment in LMAX is a strategic integration move aimed at hardwiring XRP adjacent to institutional price discovery and execution infrastructure. LMAX operates high-performance, low-latency venues for FX metals and digital assets. Okay, so these are used by banks, funds, and professional liquidity providers, where risk is managed and size is traded under strict regulatory frameworks. By supporting LMAX's global expansion, Ripple is ensuring XRP is positioned within venues that institutions already trust for hedging, market making, and balance sheet management. Rather than relying on fragmented retail liquidity, this strengthens Ripple's end-to-end stack across settlement, liquidity provision, custody, and execution, which is essential as tokenized deposits, compliant stablecoins, and on-chain settlement move into production. Another step in the right direction, obviously a great achievement here for Ripple. So I wanted to thank Pompeius and Leonidas for bringing that to our attention. Well, guys, we got great news here also from Ripple partner Archax. They're pleased to have been chosen by Lingfang Capital alongside LSE PLC, which is the Twitter X handle for the London Stock Exchange, for their multi-chain tokenized digital venture fund, which will be launched on the London Stock Exchange digital market infrastructure platform. Lingfang Capital announced the launch for digital venture fund with Archax, guys. Archax, again, a Ripple partner. Today, they announced the forthcoming launch. DVF delivers a regulated multi-chain tokenized venture fund providing institutional level access to early stage fintech and digital infrastructure opportunities. This is designed as a next generation venture product, and DVF combines Lingfang Capital's established investment capability with LSEG's digital markets infrastructure and Archax's digital exchange and custody framework. Now, when it comes to the Archax part of this, Ripple and Archax have had a partnership focused on tokenizing real-world assets over the XRP ledger. So that's an important move if we do see, Lingfang Capital moving their business and partnering up with Archax. Guys, it's going to be done over the XRP ledger to bridge traditional finance with blockchain, aiming to onboard billions in assets like Arbitton's USD liquidity fund, boosting efficiency, lowering costs, and increasing accessibility for institutions using Archax FCA-regulated exchange and Ripple's robust ledger. So down here, it says Archax will provide regulated digital issuance, secondary market connectivity, and custody services, enabling DVF to provide or to offer optional token-based access while remaining fully compliant with institutional standards. So they are fully regulated, of course. As the first FCA-regulated digital securities exchange broker and custodian, we are uniquely positioned to provide compliant token issuance, secondary trading, and custody within a single regulated environment. DVF showcases how real-world assets and digital rails can operate together and open new markets for investors without sacrificing oversight or trust. So that coming from Graham Rodford, CEO and co-founder of Archax. Of course, Graham has been working very hard to accumulate more partnerships for his company, Archax. He has famously said, trillions of dollars will be running over the XRP ledger soon through Archax. Let's see if I can find that clip and post it for you guys.
The total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stable coins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Archax.
Here we go, $50 trillion.
I wanted to move on because, you know, the integration, guys, this is where we're really going to see that uptick in scaling. Real world utility over the XRP ledger is going to happen in bits and pieces. And guys, we're starting to see those initial bits and pieces starting to formulate. RLUSD getting even more traction. So eventually we're going to see, you know, that stablecoin really kind of come into its own running over the XRP ledger, leveraging XRP as the lubricant to, you know, move the RLUSD as just one example of a tokenized asset that needs to be moved or that is going to need to be moved. Well, Interactive Brokers, they're an automated global electronic broker. They just announced today that eligible clients can now fund their brokerage accounts using stablecoins. So clients can use USDC, for example. But guys, they can also use the RLUSD. So here we go. This is for eligible clients. So I'm sure the clients have to be in eligible regions of the world, geographic regions, now can fund their brokerage accounts using stablecoins. This new capability provides near instant processing and 24/7 availability, including weekends and holidays. So this is going to be important for you know, traders who trade multiple markets. Stablecoin funding addresses a critical pain point in accessing global capital markets. Traditional cross-border funding has remained a significant challenge for international investors, particularly in regions where the USD wires are expensive, slow, or require multiple correspondent banking relationships. But stablecoin funding, okay, settles near instantly and operates 24/7 with significantly lower cost than traditional wire transfers. Global clients of IBL LLC can now fund their accounts outside of their local business hours and trade immediately. So again, for 24/7, you know, and Interactive Brokers, for example, is a global trading platform. They have clients around the world. So to have that 24/7 availability, definitely a great option for them. Stablecoin funding, here's a quote, stablecoin funding provides international investors with the speed and flexibility required in today's markets. Clients can transfer funds and begin trading within minutes while also reducing transaction costs. Okay, this coming from Milan Galik, Chief Executive Officer at Interactive Brokers. Clients can fund their accounts, not just with USDC, not just with PayPal's PYUSD, but guys, also Ripple's RLUSD. And so I had to take it upon myself to make sure that was true. Move capital at the speed of opportunity. Again, this is the Interactive Brokers website here. And as you guys can see right down here, we expect to add support for Ripple Coin, the RLUSD, and PayPal's PYUSD in the coming weeks. So that is coming online very, very soon. A great option for you know, traders who eventually want to be trading with future technology. Of course, Interactive Brokers allows you to trade cryptocurrencies as well, 24/7. The price of XRP has been holding. Guys, we're still seeing an XRP valued at about $2.06 as of the time of this recording. If you want to hear more about my strategy, where I'm going to be cashing out, you know, price targets, we really have to make sure we maximize profits. Follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only a $5 a month subscription, and you get to pick my brain. My DMs are open. I hold live Q&A sessions, all for the low price of $5 a month. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. If you want to join in, you guys can also check out the Working Money Channel merch store. I've got a link in the description, and I'm offering 15% off until the end of the month. Check it out if that's something you're interested in. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.
Today, Bitcoin and Ether fall to end the week. And Rebecca Reddig, Chief Legal Officer with Gito Labs, explains what happens next after the Senate Banking Committee's crypto market structure bill hearing was postponed this week. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Brandon Gomez. Major cryptocurrencies in the red to close out the week. The moves come as investors grapple.
Looks like we ran over a little bit there as well. But make sure you join us at 5:30, 6 o'clock for the Azubek update. Thanks for joining. And we'll shut it down without that. But always remember, stay dangerous. And let's get back to the money, guys. And thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And as always, miners out.